Welcome back, you guys, and welcome to the first installment of the massage instruction on my page. So one of the main things that most people have an issue with are headaches. Headaches are one of the easiest things to get rid of. Even migraines, most people just don't know how. There's only two main causes of headaches. So the first and most common cause of the headache is the impingement of your vertebral artery that runs up through your head and it supplies blood flow around the front of your head. Now on each side it can get impinged by these occipitals. And these occipitals will cut off that blood flow to your head. So what we're going to do is trying to get up under those occipitals where the base of that skull is, and we're going to push up and under and just let the head sink down on. So a lot of people don't use enough pressure here. We're not trying to just, you can start out with soft pressure, let it sink in, but what you're trying to do is pull the skin down from above so that it's taut, so that you're not just shoving the skin up under the skull, but you're going to pull it down a little bit so that it's taut and push back underneath, trying to hook under and grab the back of that skull, just slightly. And you'll feel those muscles sink in. So a lot of times on clients, I'll find that I won't be able to feel a dip where their head and their neck meet. It's because their occipitals are so tight. Now hers, I feel her where her head meets pretty well. The muscles are tight, but it's easy to find. Now, if they're tight or hard to find, or if it hurts your hands because they're so tight, what you're going to do is you're going to take the head up and to the opposite side so that you can use that thumb, or you can use those knuckles, and you're still trying to push up and under. And taking the head up this way helps extend that levator scapula that attaches up through here and it comes down through here. So this is stretching it out as far as it can. So you're able to find those knots a lot better when that muscle's stretched out. Now this is hard to do yourself, but if you are trying to do it yourself, you can take your opposite arm and try to come around over your head. So if she were doing this herself, she could try to get up under her skull that way, or with this hand if she wants, whichever's easier. But again, looking to the opposite side is going to help get into those occipitals. Now, if you get headaches behind your eye, that's a different type of headache. So the headache behind the eye is caused by your SCM, your sternocleidomastoid. So it has two heads for that muscle, one that attaches to your sternum and comes up and attaches to your mastoid at the back of your ear, and another head that goes from that same mastoid process to the middle of your clavicle. So both of those muscles impinge that carotid artery. So what you're going to do is you're turn that head to the side so that it rolls those muscles on top. And then you can grab both heads of that muscle at the same time. Now I know my pressure pretty well, so a lot of times I'll close my eyes when I do this. It helps me visualize the muscle better. But you might want to pay attention to your client, because this right here, a lot of my clients have tried to hit me, or wanted to. Only a few have tried. This won't feel too good. But keep your head turned to the side as you do this, because if your head's straight and you try to grab, you're going to grab that carotid artery, and that will feel worse than most things you can imagine. But you'll start at the belly of that muscle and work your way up. And I'll hold the muscle for like 10 to 12 seconds. Oh, this side's actually pretty good at the attachment. Yeah. Just 10 to 12 seconds. You'll feel that muscle relax. And if it doesn't after 10 to 12 seconds, just let go. Take a nice long breath. And go back into it. And those are the two main muscles that cause headaches. You'll know when you hit the right spot that causes your headaches because it's going to get worse for a second as you're working it, but just hold it while it subsides. The only other thing I'll show you is that a lot of times, I've got a new theory. A lot of people talk about they're having an aneurysm. There's a muscle called your temporalis. It's a fairly big muscle, but it's very thin, and it wraps around this part of your head on both sides. Hence your temples. But this will get very tight too when those other muscles get tight. Normally it will relax on its own by default a lot just by working the other muscles that cause headaches. But this one's an easy one to work yourself. It's not a fix or a substitute to get rid of the headaches, usually, but it should help decrease the pressure of them and the intensity. But you want to get rid of the headaches usually. It's those first two muscles. So, that is how to get rid of a headache. If you have any questions, you can always come see me. During our March Madness, we were having a free pain consultation, and I would show you how to do this in your free consultation. This is not the March Madness I had planned, but we're still having the free consult. If you have any pain that you can't get rid of, come down and we'll take a look at it.